All right, what's going on? Nick Kirby, joined by my guy Bryce Spalding, top 9. Hoping the Reds can pull off what would feel like a miracle here. This has been a tough stretch, huh, Bryce?
You ain't lying there. You are not lying. Hey, Novelby's putting together a good at bat tonight. That's nice.
Yeah, tough spot for him earlier, man. He hit the ball pretty hard. Man, he hit that ball a foot further, 2 feet further. He's a hero,
Exactly. Yeah, I've been really impressed with him overall. I mean, I know his numbers don't back it, but he looks the part.
Yeah, defense has been good, that's for sure. So.
Yeah. Squaring balls up.
There you go.
Boy.
All right. Big time walk. Oh, I don't even want to say it. Please, Tyler.
Just
Will's up.
If Tyler Stevenson hits into a double play,
Will's up.
I know. I meant after Benson hits a double right or hits a single right here.
Yeah, I'm very glad Will Benson's hitting ahead of touchdown. I'm sure Will Benson's gonna grind into a double play just because I've jinxed him. All right, there we go.
No doubt.
All right,
Brother, the D-backs paid a friggin' ransom for Seawald.
Yeah,
he's good, but I don't think he's like. Is he a guy you trust in Game 7? I know.
Yeah, I mean more so than maybe Ginkle. I know he looked pretty good that last outing, but I mean I'm sure that's their thought process on this.
Yeah. Noelvi Marte's an elite base runner. Who says no?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been impressed with that too.
Yeah.
I did not, from my time watching him, I didn't expect him to be as aggressive as he's been at the big.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be maybe, he had the speed, but I thought he might be a little more tentative than, but he's been very aggressive, which has been cool.
Yeah. He just kind of like, he's one of those guys that just seems like he belongs in everything he does. It's just one of those weird feelings you see.
Might make one mistake here, Paul. One mistake.
Come on, Polly.
You'd have to think that was just going out saying, "Don't make one mistake here."
To this guy.
You can live with. Oh man. Oh well.
He's not gonna see a better one.
Yeah, that was the pitch there.
Willie Mo Benson. That's a good one.
Willie Mo Benson. I think you might have a little better sprint speed. Just daddy bit.
And he's quietly struck out like 40% of the time since the break.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh, Willie. Willie. That was a good swing. Extend Martini. I agree, Rick.
Hey, man, he's looked good.
Oh, my God. He just missed that, man. That was almost in the hot tub.
All right, Tyler, stay hot. 2 for 3, man. He's played well this week.
Belief.
Oh
boy. Come on. Matt McClain hitting a go-ahead 3-run home run against the team that drafted him and he big leagued him in the first round would be incredible TV.
I would support that. There you go. All right.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Did you say that? Chris Welsh, would you green light him here on a 3-0 pitch? Say that. No.
Brutally honest, baby. Come on, Tyler. Go for it.
I don't know the way this guy's been
Yeah,
calling
he's
it.
all over the place.
Yeah.
God, that hairline.
Definitely expected a 4-2 game in the ninth with the two pitching matchups tonight.
Yeah, for sure. This is the most obvious thing you could get. Get through. Get out.
Get out!
Come on. Come on.
Let's go!
Tyler. Come on.
How about that, Tyler Stevenson? Get
Friedel.
hot. I got a pinch run for him, right?
I think Friedel's 0 for 12 this series. If he's not due, I don't know what is due.
Senzel?
Siani, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want to waste Senzel. Siani got the nerve to steal third.
Oh, God.
You know what? Friedel laying down a bunt here.
Cheeky.
I wouldn't. I don't know. Depending on where the defense is playing, make him make a play.
Come on.
Maybe you get him to throw the ball away.
Come on, Terry Lee. Do it. Oh, God.
Come on, DJ. Come on.
Good take.
I thought he was going to call it a strike. I was about to lose it.
That was the exact same pitch as Ellie, but higher. That was the most mad I've been on a strikes recall in probably 5 years.
I was going through a tornado, so.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
No, not really going through a tornado. We were just about to go live, and my phone, like the tornado siren going off on it. And I'm like, hey, Trace, I'm not going to be able to come on, buddy. Not even. Oh,
No
come on.
way.
Get out of here. God almighty. Gotta hate umpires.
3-0. That should be 3-0 with McLean.
That's trash, man. Come on.
Letters. Come on, Tej. Oh, man.
Garbage.
That's such a big swing pitch, too. I mean, my God. It gets him right back in the count. Oh, boy. Come on.
22 pitches for Seawald already.
Yeah, dude throws a ton of pitches. Come on, TJ. Come on, TJ. Get down. Get down. Come on. Oh, he held him.
Oh, good job, Frito. Good job, Frito. Good job, Frito.
Come on, Matt. Oh, my God. Come on, Matt.
God, that was great base running.
God, he's such a stud.
That was a good hold. Good hold.
I thought he tore his ACL earlier. Dude's just a gamer.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's not. You can't take a chance there. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he would have been out by a mile.
Yeah, he didn't get a good jump on that.
Well, I mean, was
in between.
Great job by Frito. Okay, come on, Matt. Come on.
Oh, Matty. Oh, baby. Just hit a fly ball.
Hey, you set
geez.
it up. You set it up. Now he throws the first pitch strike.
Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. Just hit a base hit. That a baby. Come on.
Tie game, baby.
Do it, Ellie.
All right, Ellie. So, do the Reds care now? Like, did they all of a sudden start caring, or get out of here with that garbage? Come on. It's our freaking team, boys.
Come
and
on,
girls.
Ellie. Boys and girls.
Yeah. Sit down, trade deadline acquisition.
Yeah. Who needs those?
Let's go.
Oh, they're taking him out. What the world?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I mean, he already gave it up. I mean, he's had a ton of pitches.
Wow.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Don't make it with the kids. Let's go. Yeah, we need some likes. Let's go.
God, this team just doesn't stop. Per my mentions, the Reds finished the season 0-32, and unfortunately, only won 67 games on the season. Come on, baby.
Hey, you know what? A lot of credit to Ben Lively.
Absolutely.
Didn't fold after that 3-run home run. Gave the Reds some big innings. Gave this team a chance, man. A lot of credit to Ben Lively.
Now you got Sims and Diaz ready.
He went 5 1/3, man.
Yeah. It's huge.
Hell yeah, Ben.
He's been huge all year. Besides the one bad start in Chicago that everybody just loves to talk about.
He was terrible at his rehab starts. Man, dude, he gave it up like 30 earned runs his last 3 starts going back. So that was a big effort tonight from him, man. No walks tonight, too.
Yeah.
It's a big time effort. All right, Ellie.
Come on, big fella. Hit the first one. Mantiply. He was their all-star last year. Good. Come on, Force. Get up. Get up. Get up. Oh, my God.
Jesus.
That kid cannot catch a break, man.
The D-backs have played some great defense today.
Oh,
man.
God.
All right. Well, where are we at? Where are we at in the lineup? Gurriel made the last out. All right. Bottom of the order. Find a way. Where are we going?
Sims?
I would think so.
Do you?
You got to well, they don't have that. They already used their only lefty.
Yeah, Young's down, so.
Yeah, I would think this is Sims. Home run in 10 of 30 ballparks. Fantastic.
Wow.
Jesus.
One thing to consider, Ellie will start, if we get out of this, obviously. Ellie will start the next inning on Saturday.
Yeah, that's huge. All right.
Get out of it. Come on.
Lively? Or is that just game cast not updating? Surely they're not bringing Lively back out there, right?
Surely not.
I mean, that might just be game. I don't know. That might just be game day
Step behind.
That would be bold.
Quite.
Yeah, how many batters in a row has he retired? He got a double play, so it wasn't that many, but
all right, man. Damn, I really thought Ellie did that. Oh, that would have been incredible. What's happening? Huh? We're really just rolling with Ben. What?
I mean, he's pitched like 4 straight scoreless innings, but it's the bottom of the order. But I think I'm going to Jabot here or Sims or
Anybody. Fresh arm.
yeah.
I
But
mean,
Welsh is making a good point here. I mean,
yeah.
about how fatigued the Reds bullpen probably is. But
Yeah, if you can get to the bottom here, but if Jace Peterson beats us,
dude,
Jace Peterson's broken bat triple yesterday almost defeated me.
all right.
Man, that two-seamer is two-seaming today. That is nasty. Come on, baby. Atta boy.
There's one.
Just keep him in. Let's roll with it. Hot hand. I stand David Bell.
Well, just like the matchup against Alec Thomas.
Hey,
I mean,
he loves to do that. He loves to go want a guy to start the inning and then another guy to come in. It's his favorite thing.
What's Jabot's numbers here against lefties? That might be the thing.
Yeah.
So Jabot this season, it's okay. The numbers, Jabot this season, 837 OPS against lefties. So he said, "Hey, I'm gonna bring Jabot in against a righty." I'm assuming the next batter's righty, right?
It's Peterson.
But it's Chase Peterson. So
if Jace Peterson hits a home run here,
yeah. All right. Well,
Alex said, "I can't believe Trace got to play Gabo and golf it last week."
come on.
Oh man. That video was just it was a comedy, man.
All right.
Man, if they can get out of this, they could go and hopefully get a run next inning. They'll go Diaz versus Perdomo, Carroll, Marte. Whew.
Yeah, and D-backs have already burned
Seawald.
well, and I mean they burned quite a few relievers.
Yeah.
I mean they were in control of this game right after.
Yeah, it's 4-1.
Yeah, I mean they've already burned. Who have they burned? They
Mantiply,
burned Nelson, their best lefty. They burned Ginkle, their setup guy. Manipley's already in the game.
And I doubt he's coming back out against Steer.
Yeah, left on right. So yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a hell of an effort from Ben Lively, man. Deserves a ton of credit.
Look at that big Great Britain monster. Nick, the Brewers just keep winning.
Yeah, it's wild card or complete Brewers choke job. I mean, that's pretty much
It's insane.
where we're at this point. I mean, it's always possible that team loses 10 games in a row or something, but I mean that's like kind of what it would take.
Yeah. So we go Steer, CES. No, wait. Who's hitting 5?
Martini.
Martini.
Which is why they might leave their lefty in.
Yeah.
All right, I wanted to wait to fire off this take until Peterson got out. Could you imagine if Jace Peterson was playing for the Cincinnati Reds right now, how this fan base would be? Dude's got like an 80 weighted runs created plus.
They traded
like
for
most
him
of the
too.
year. Yeah, I have no idea how that guy continues to get big league at bats. All right, come on, Jabot, one more.
He low-key killed us when he was in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Good pitch. It's go time. That a baby. Come on.
Yeah. Free baseball.
Spencer Steer is hitting a home run, 6-4, home run number 19 on the season. Incoming.
Oh man.
They may walk him. If they go lefty, they may walk him and pitch.
That is true. That would actually make a lot of sense. And then I guess it'd be Nick Senzel, right?
Hero.
They let's play this out. So if they walked Steer, would you consider bunting, especially with Ellie on second base?
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea if Nick Martini can lay down a bunt, but I don't know.
I don't know. You got CES on deck, and he's kind of a
That's true. Yeah.
strikeout guy. It'd be really risky.
Yeah. I kind of just love the bunt with Ellie on second.
Just make him make a play.
Because man, how many times have we saw a team, do something stupid with Ellie on the bases? And
Come on, Spencer. You're going Castro.
So they're not walking him.
No. But then they got to pitch to King Martini.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Martini's hot. What a massive hit from Tyler Stevenson, man.
Whew.
What a massive hit.
Awesome. He needed that big time.
Big walk from Marte.
Yep.
Man, that's big stuff.
Couple clutch walks and hits from them this series. Oh, man.
13 extra inning games. The other team's played 6. Oh, man.
It's such a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's going to age us. Like those side-by-sides of the presidents from before and after the term? You're going to have me and Trace preseason and postseason.
That's a great one.
Yes, likes. We need likes, folks. Likes equals Reds wins. It's science. It's a proven fact. That's a good point. I mean, you also got to watch out for Cruz stealing third. I mean, that would be really bold, but this would be the batter to do it, with a right-handed batter. You wouldn't want to do it with Martini.
I think that was filthy. No, Spencer. The ball he hit after Ellie walked the last inning was smoke too.
Make a mistake, Castro. Make a mistake.
Oh God, he keeps getting beat inside.
They might end up walking steer.
Not on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, that was filthy. Oh, my Lord. I don't know how anybody gets a hit. Straight up. Come on, Spencer. Get over his head. Get over his head. Come on, baby. Come on. 30 of them. Come on. God, Spencer Steer is really, really good at baseball. He's really, really good.
Thought the Reds were dead, chat. I thought the Reds were dead.
God, he freaking smoked that. Come on, Martini. Cap his series off with a bang.
Yeah, let's get another one. Let's get another one. Let's get another 2.
He doubled up the changeup after he fooled him the first time. What an idiot. Come on, Martini. Let's go. Come on. This freaking team, man.
You guys still embarrassed? You still embarrassed?
Oh, shit. Sorry. Kid show.
It's after 11.
Yeah,
There's no.
This isn't a kid show after 11.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, my God. Nick Martini. Have a series, brother.
Build the statue.
Look at that.
Dude, just confident. Dude just came up and said, hey, you know what?
Oh, man. I love it. I watched him often in AAA, and I was like, that dude can hit. He played the KBO last year. Anybody that goes to one of those leagues and comes back, I swear they're like 10 times better than they were prior.
That's true, yeah.
Because Lively's the same way. Lively he couldn't make a roster, and he came back and gave big innings for the Reds this year. Who's your daddy? Oh, man.
Love you guys.
Gotta have a little fun. Who's pitching tomorrow? Graham? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man.
Bad night for the Reds to come back on StreamYard. We can post the comments.
A little cheeky. Gotta be a little cheeky when fun stuff happens.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, use more arms. They have a rookie going tomorrow too. They're throwing Gallon tomorrow, and it's his day to pitch. So
yeah, that reminds me. I need to put the slides in here.
Slade Giacone, get through there. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. God, let's go. CES needed that, guys. He needed that in the worst way.
He's been hitting the ball pretty hard.
Yeah.
And
He needed one to fall.
yeah, man, that's man.
Come on, man. How about that 5 runs in 2 innings? TJ Hopkins, fast. He's an elite base runner.
Our guy Steve Meyer is here at this game tonight, man.
Steve.
That's got to be awesome. Yeah, Alex, it hits different right about now. It hits different, brother. It hits different. You know what, man?
Martini.
You know what, man? When you have years, you need these kind of guys to step up, man. You need guys to come out of nowhere, like back to like 2010. You had guys like Lance Nixon, Johnny Gomes.
God.
2012, Ryan Ludwig had a career year. I mean, look, you need guys to just step up that got to come out of nowhere. And obviously along with a lot of other really, really talented players, which the Reds have, but wow,
man, how nice would it be if they could get like 2 more right here and go Sims? Oh, that would be huge.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, DS threw back-to-back days, Tuesday, Wednesday? So, I mean, he's rested, but still.
How stupid is baseball, man?
It's the best.
You get railed all night by Zach Davies, and then you come out and you tied the he scored 3 runs off Seawald.
Yep.
Or was it two runs?
Two.
Whatever it was. A guy with a sub-3 ERA strikes out 12.5 batters per 9. Guy the Diamondbacks traded a King's ransom for. Man, baseball's just it's funny, man.
It'll beat you down and then bring you back.
Yeah, you can't predict some of this stuff. Every single one of these guys that are playing are the best players in the world. The best players in the majors, the worst players are still the best baseball players. Sometimes the best are going to have some good moments like Zach Davies, or some of the worst are going to have best moments like Zach Davies did tonight. Sometimes the best are going to have bad moments like Paul Sewell. It's just this game's nuts, man. That's why we love it.
I would love nothing more than Noelvi Marte to hit.
Oh yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Cincinnati Reds number 5 hitter, Nick Martini. Let's put some respect on that name.
Come on, Noelvi. Get up. God, he's so good. Oh my God. Somebody give me an exit velo on that.
Tell CS to slow down, man. Save your legs, brother.
God, he smoked that. I got a feeling about him, Nick. I just do. He's special, dude. He barrels baseballs for fun.
I mean, that double play hit, he hit 94 miles an hour earlier in the game that everyone was losing their minds about.
Ass out swing, like just hitting. He just finds barrels.
All right. Come on. We got to get at least one more. Come on, Will.
I got to find the exit velo on that really quick. $107.8. Stroked.
That was the hardest hit ball of the day by the Reds.
Yep. Steer 104.5, Martini 101.3, CES 100.9, Marte 107.8. Bringing it in extras.
Bringing it. Boy, Will.
I'm going to change areas really quick. I'll be back on in just a second.
All right. Come on, Will. All right, pick him up. Ugh. Ugh. What was that? Take. All right, still need the likes, folks. Still need the likes. Finish this bad boy off. Good take. Hey, I mean, you gotta, man. You know, hey, it's been an adventure here. Come on, TJ. He's called that a strike at some point this game. All right. All right, Diaz. This is where you just got to forget that runner's on second base. You can't let that get in your head a little bit. That runner's meaningless. I feel like sometimes, you know, when guys come into the game in these spots and you have that runner on second, kind of is you know, just a weird thing, but just got to pretend he's not there. Kind of almost just like say, hey, let him score. Like just balk twice. Get him off the bases. Mark, if the Reds hang on, I am doing fantastic tonight. Bryce is coming back. Had to change rooms. Wasn't expecting a 3-hour marathon stream here. Yep. Send Nick. This hang on here. You have the tiebreaker over the D-backs no matter what happens. You know what, Reds Daily? They hang on here. I don't have any Fireball, but you can be rest assured. I will have a beverage. I haven't drank in a while. Still could use some likes. Man, so many big moments in this game. I don't even know how I'm going to recap this. I'll probably just kind of skim through it and then we'll re-record the podcast tomorrow with a better rendition of the rundown. I don't think I'm going to do it on the fly. Haven't updated the bottom bar in 45 minutes, so I don't even know what's on there. Sorry, folks. All right, Bryce is back. He's locked in.
Oh, we're back.
Bryce is locked in.
Oh.
All right. Bryce, this is kind of where you just got to forget that runner's on second. Like, it can kind of get in your head. It's kind of like you almost just balk twice, get him around, let him score.
It's weird because, like, Diaz and Sims, that's where they, like, feed off of it. They feed off of chaos.
Yeah, that's true.
What the hell?
Yeah, Diaz definitely does not seem very affected by runners on base. That's a good point.
No.
There are some other guys, though, that I think it really can get in their head in these spots.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Dude.
Were you here during the Melee bunt?
No. What happened?
Yeah, there was so Melee tried to bunt and it did not work out well. Runner got out of the plate.
Oh, Jesus.
Very weird. I don't, obviously, hopefully that doesn't come back to, bite the Reds. But
yeah, that would not be ideal. All right. Clear it up. Here we go. Yeah, huge play by Friedel there, cutting that off.
Well, yes and no. I mean, it does keep the double play alive.
Yeah.
But you might also, but they also might still be playing like defensive indifference here, and you might think second anyways.
Oh dear God, I hope not. Carroll's tough to double up anyway.
So. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, I'd rather have my defense in their best position. Come on, Diaz.
Not like this, man. Really not like this.
Bryce, you were saying right before we went on air when it was a 4-2 game. You were saying it's fun to have games that make you mad in August. We were thinking for a totally different reason.
Yeah. Not like this. Please, not like this. This would be. It might send me into that season's over territory.
Oh, Alexis. Oh, Alexis.
Just get a ground ball, man. He can't throw a strike. Oh, dear God.
I can't even look at the game gases ahead. I gotta just look. Chat, love you. Need likes. Oh no. When was the last time he pitched? Was it the second game of that doubleheader on Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday. He threw like 25 pitches. Had a baby. Will Benson terrifies me. Terrifies.
Yeah, he does make everything a little interesting.
And his hat's just flying off. Like, brother, get a bigger hat.
Where's that pitch at?
Alex, you know we're locked into the Bengals.
Marty kind of let Diaz a little bit off the hook there. I mean, I know he's feeling good. He already hit a 3-run homer today, trying to do it again, but
no doubt. Dude, if I had $1 for every ground ball double play Tommy Pham hit into for the Reds, he owes us
Oh
one here.
God, Tommy Pham's up. Oh man, there's a lot of storylines going on right now in this game. Yeah, I think that actually hit barely. I think ABS calls that one a strike. Oh my God.
No way. That was a routine ground ball double play. That's 2 from McLean tonight. Oh my God, man. Oh my goodness.
That would have been a tough 2, but
At least
wow,
one, yeah.
you got to get one there, man.
Gotta have a K. Come on.
Man, this has been a nutty week of baseball.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so brutal.
You can't throw there. I mean, with Carroll on third.
No. I mean, I think he walk Walker.
It's
Gurriel
tough.
on
He
deck.
strikes out in a ton of he's what, one of the highest, I think, strikeout rates in the league, right? It's yeah, maybe you just see if you can get him to chase.
Yeah. I mean, you just have nothing. Like, you have to strike him out here, or it's tied. Like, with at least with a guy bases loaded, you get a ground ball and at least.
You like the infield in here?
I think you got to. Maybe not, but walk him. 3-1. You gotta walk him. Why? God, why? Oh.
It's tough. He has been nails all year, man.
Oh, man. Let's get to the 11th.
Bryce, this is still a situation where you don't have to, you don't have to throw a strike.
Right.
I mean, the further down you get, one pitch, keep it alive.
That is so brutal. Golly.
All right. Well, folks, we need some likes. Well, I mean, the Reds bullpen is in a better shape than the D-backs. That's the most I mean, maybe not a better shape, but the Reds still have,
High leverage arms. Oh my golly, man, that's that hurts.
This week with baseball, man. All three of those Angels games and the 10-8 game last night. Lord have mercy.
TJ Hopkins hitting 5th this inning, or 4th this inning.
Oh no. Oh God.
Not to be the bearer of bad news or anything, but let's just hope one of these rookies in front
Who's
of
even
him.
who's on base? Friedel? Friedel's on. No, I mean that's good. I mean, all right. Hey. You know what? Matt McClain's our first batter up. He's got a chance to redeem himself. One swing. This game is funny. It's
sick. It's a sick game.
It's disgusting. That's what it is. Oh man, should we change up the mojo and put on the 3D? Can I do that?
Yeah, top right corner, under the Arizona.
Where?
Right there. You're on it.
Right here.
Like on the GameCast.
Oh, up here.
No. Down. So you go right under Arizona, and it's on the field.
Oh, there we go. All right. No, I don't know about this.
Oh hell!
Chat, tell us if you like this or not. just try to change it up. Yeah, I don't know. That might be.
That's tough. Come on, Matty.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna. We're gonna go back to the TD. I think that's too much. That's too intense. Too intense for this. Good take.
I can't believe that was a 6-hopper.
Yeah, it's
just hard to fathom.
Oh man.
Good. Come on, Matthew.
Friedel stole third a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's his go-to. This is going to hurt. I'm ready to be hurt.
No. We need some good vibes. We need some good vibes. We were down 4-0, Bryce. We were down 4-0. Oh, come on, Ellie. Pitching coach coming out to say, do not throw him a fastball. No fastballs.
Yeah,
you know that fastball you throw? Just take it out of the arsenal here for the next however many pitches this at bat goes. I literally think he's worded, do not throw the fastball.
He's old school too.
Do not throw the fastball.
Come on,
Just talk
Ellie.
to the GM. You throw the fastball, you're getting demoted.
That's just not a strike. That's not a fucking strike. Oh my god.
Yeah. You can't hit that, man. Like,
Totally.
good take. Good take, Ellie.
Throw him that fastball at the letters again, and it's going to be 9-7.
You see how far they're playing back? Ellie did lay down that bunt the other day that I didn't even know he had in his arsenal.
He tried to do it in the first inning, too.
Did he? I missed that earlier.
Yeah.
Good take. Good takes, Ellie. Good takes. Come on, Ellie.
Oh, God. Please, Spencer.
Do it again.
They're walking him, right? With TJ Hopkins on deck?
They would be pretty stupid not to. Does this Hopkins even hit? Senzel, is he?
Is he a better option than TJ Hopkins?
Ah,
Probably. But
they're going to. Surely this is a intentional walk, right?
I hope not. No, they're going at it. Let's do it.
Wild.
Come on, Spencer.
That I guess they just do not want to put put 2 runners on base. That's
filthy. How does this guy have a 9 ERA? I mean,
like
that
4
changeup
innings.
is Bugs Bunny. Good.
You sure that's not a strike, bro? All right, make a mistake. Make a mistake. Nice
Damn,
camera.
Valley.
Nice camera work. What was that?
Looks like it was right down the middle, whatever the hell it was. Come on, Spencer. Elevate and celebrate. Beat it. Come on. TJ.
TJ Hopkins. Let's have a moment.
Could he?
The designated hitter, TJ Hopkins.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's get weird. You know, just uncork a wild pitch here. That would also be pretty cool.
Yeah. That's so bad. He's gonna throw that pitch through 2 more times, and it's gonna be.
Hopkins did hit a couple balls real hard in Anaheim. Man, tough spot. Oh, come on. Oh. That's tough.
Come on, baby. Just hit him. Anything. Oh, balk! Balk! He balked! He balked! He balked! The baseball gods want us to win this baseball game. Don't blow it. My God.
Are you kidding me? This game is nuts.
He freaking balked.
All right, TJ. TJ. One swing, buddy.
Torey Lavelle is going to blow a gasket. Good, TJ.
Good takes. Oh, man.
Red's Twitter just said, let's get weird. Agreed. Oh, TJ.
Yeah, he took the clutch. He took the clutch balk. All right. We need likes. We need prayers. We need Trace Fowler to come in. I think he might be available now. Trace, if you're listening, I think we need you in here, buddy. We need you in here. All right. I'm going to take a piss because we've been on a long time. And I need a whole bunch of likes when we come back.
If we've ever needed a Lucas Sims moment more, we need it now. I agree, Brad. Good show, though. Oh, God. Is Trace coming on? Let's get Trace in here. We need magic. Alec Thomas, 697 OPS. Jace Peterson,
Oh
16.
no, not Chase anyone but Chase Peterson.
Jose Herrera.
Oh, not Chase Peterson. Oh God.
If we get Lukey tickets tonight, oh man, I need Lukey tickets.
This is what I'm talking about, Jack. This is what I'm talking about. Chris?
Let's go, Chris.
One more time is a banger. Let's be real here. It's the ultimate banger in this moment. All right, Lucas. You look pretty good his last couple times out, right?
Yeah. Pound and zone. That's all he needs to do. He's got the best and second best stuff in the.
Oh, they're bunting.
Either one, get one. Good play. Come
Nice
on.
play, Luke. Nice play, Luke. That's a good play. That was a tough little hopper. It's a good play. All right. Thanks for the out. Let's get a strikeout.
Corey.
Big Corey.
Let's
Big
go.
Corey. What's up, Corey?
All right. I gotta turn off the chat for a second. Mouth
Nate,
cup has been ruining it.
Nate, that was a clutch balk. All right. Let's give the man some credit. All right. I think he took one pitch to get to the balk, right?
Yeah.
He took one pitch.
We do balks around here, man.
Yeah.
Those are tough to come by.
I mean, Chris Matt had to be locked in with him up, and he wasn't. Right, come on, Lucas.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it three more times. Throw it three more times. I like that pitch. Give me a pop-up. Give me a pop-up to Ellie. He tries to test him over his shoulder, really maced out, throw him out at home. Reds win. Thoughts?
The way this game's going, that I would put it out of the question.
Let it go foul. Don't catch it.
Oh, Bally really I thought that ball was like going to be a triple the way that first camera shot, how far it was back. All right, one pitch.
Come on, Lucas. We need a K. I can't watch.
Yeah, I'm sick, man. Could you imagine doing this in a playoff game?
No.
God almighty.
Gee.
Chase Peterson. Sit your ass down. Try to bunt for Jace Peterson. What a moron.
Oh, that was so huge. Jeez. I can't watch, man. My stomach hurts.
Could you imagine if David Bell had a guy bunt for a guy with an 80 weighted runs created plus? Come on, Lucas. Come on, Lucas.
They're really not pinch hitting for this guy. Please don't let this jinx me.
He's decent, isn't he? No, maybe not.
I mean, Gabby Moreno's he killed it in the first 2 games. Come on, Luke. Come on, Luke. Hey, man, what are we throwing? Slider. Okay, cool. Perdomo's killed us, too. I really don't want to face him.
Yeah. All-star. Batting ninth.
I don't know how they played so bad in that stretch there.
Yeah.
They got a good little team.
It's baseball, man.
Yeah. They were like 5-25. Hey, come on, one more.
Likes.
Come on, Lucas. Come on, Lucas. Come on, Luke. Come on, Luke. Come on. Come on. How about that game? How about the Reds?
The season is not over.
Bang.
Bryce,
Let's do a show.
let's.
Hallelujah. 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 High drive. Left center field. Racing back to the Laurent Bourgeois. The Reds are National League Central Division champions. In the air, left center field. Did he? He did. He did. Red win. Line into right field. Genius, the first run ever. With 4 home runs in a game. Unbelievable. Can you believe it? In the air, down the right field line. Doesn't have a chance. The Reds have won on a 3-run home run on opening day by Ramon Hernandez. A strike away and out away is Homer Bailey. Ground ball to third. Frazier gloves. Throw to first, and Homer Bailey, for the second time in his major league career, has tossed a no-hitter. Oh, gosh. Are you kidding me? Holy Moses, the second player in major league history to hit 7 home runs in the first 10 games. In the air, and the Reds win it. What a dream beginning to a career of Jay Bruce.
The Reds just stole a baseball game.
Stole it
Stole it.
whenever we needed it.
I don't even know what we're going to talk about. So much happened in this game. If you're just joining us, the Cincinnati Reds won 8-7. They were down 4-0. Scored 7 unanswered runs. Gave up 3. In the bottom of the 10th. After an incredible comeback. And then found a way, Lucas Sims, as clutch as it gets there at the end of that ball game. What an unbelievable performance by him to save that game. Reds win. Reds will have the tiebreaker now over the Arizona Diamondbacks, which is huge. It's huge. And, hey, Reds come out and win a game tomorrow. And this is a hell of a week for the Cincinnati Reds.
How about it? How about it, man? Man, after Thursday, it felt like it was just so many things wrong happening over and over, and it felt good to get coming back, getting that game to go right for you after getting knocked down. Man, what an awesome win.
Yeah, I mean, the Reds, the most difficult road trip of the year, they're 4-2. As low as the vibes were in the 6th, 7th inning of this game, the Reds are 4-2 on this road trip. I don't even know if I believe what I just saw. I'm not even going to try to box score recap this. I'm just going to kind of run down the best I can. The podcast version I'll run through and I'll clean it up because we'll probably have a few people listening tomorrow because I have a feeling quite a few people that probably turned off this ball game tonight and are going to wake up on Sunday morning and be disappointed that they did. But those of you that are here right now, yeah, you got to see it. You got to see the Cincinnati Reds come back and get that huge win. I mean, what a win for the Cincinnati Reds. All right, so let's kind of run through what happened. Fernando Cruz started this game, did give up a triple to Corbin Carroll, struck out 2 batters, pass ball, made it 1-0. Game was really stalled from there. Ben Lively, his lone mistake of this game, gave a 3-run home run to Ketel Marte. That was back in the 5th. That made it 4-0. But Ben Lively, man, deserves a ton of credit. Coming in relief, hasn't done that in a long time. 5 2/3 innings, 3 runs, and was dominant after that home run. Did not walk a single batter tonight. Gave the Reds this chance. You know, Ben Lively pretty much, Reds are down 4-0.
Yep.
Ben Lively's really in there just to eat innings at that point. He's just in there to eat innings. And he put up 0 after 0 after 0 to give this team a chance late. Reds in the top of the 6th finally got it going. Matt McClain, who had a bad play at the end of the game, but let's not forget, he finally got the Reds in the run column with a solo home run. His 16th of the season. Top of the 8th, Ellie led off with a walk. Then a double. Ellie walked, took second base. Martini singled him home. Nick Martini, the guy that continues to produce at a ridiculous level. And then in the top of the 9th, Reds scored 2. I don't even remember how they did it, to be honest with you. Let's run through how they did it because it started off with a Noelvi Marte walk.
Yep.
He
Huge.
stole second base. Tyler Stevenson doubled to make it a 1-run game. Tyler Stevenson, who's having a great week, by the way. Then TJ Friedel, a little bloop single. That tied the ball game up. Then in the bottom of the 9th, let's not forget, Ben Lively got a batter out. We have no idea why the hell he came in this game. He stayed in the game. But then Ian Jabot got 2 outs to get out of that. And then in the top of the 10th, Steer had a double. Martini hit a double. CES had a single. That made it 7-4. The D-backs scored 3 runs. I don't even want to go through that. But then the Reds got the winning run on a balk. Let's though remember Spencer Steer had a good at bat and singled just to give that chance of a balk. And then the Reds got a gift. They've got a few gifts this week. They've also had some things not go their way this week. But then Lucas Sims, man, what a unbelievable job in the bottom of the 11th. He struck out 2 batters. The only one they didn't strike out bunted. So what a job by Lucas Sims. Reds win 8-7. Reds are now 68-63. Reds are a half game out of a playoff spot. But I tell you what, I'll pull up the standings here after Bryce. I'm going to give you the floor. Go wherever you want with this. We'll try to make some sense of this. We'll try to have some fun. We're going to try to celebrate the Cincinnati Reds way because, my God, this was a huge win for the Cincinnati Reds. And they are not dead, folks. They're not dead. Get that out.
Never dead. No, that's the type of win that can really change a season in a lot of ways. And you're getting dominated by a guy that you shouldn't have been getting dominated by. We all know that. But this team just doesn't stop. It doesn't quit. Paul Sewald is a great closer. I think he's got like 30-something saves on the year, under a 3 ERA, and they find a way off him. So that type of stuff can propel a team further. They got a favorable pitching matchup tomorrow, going to San Francisco after that. And I'm telling you, if they go 7-3 on this road trip and they can get back home in a playoff spot, more than likely winning 3 out of the next 4 against San Fran and Arizona, then you got to be feeling really good about where you are. So just proud of the team, proud of where them fighting back and just keeping going. I mean, Ellie had a good day at the plate, 2 walks. McClain did have the rough fielding error there, but he had a good day at the plate as well. So, I mean, it's a huge win, and you can't really even go understated how big of a win that is.
Yeah, here's where we're at. If you're watching, here's the standings. So the Phillies, they won again. That they've gotten really hot of late. Looks like they're pretty well secure in the first wild card spot, at least at this point. But Cubs, D-backs, Reds, they're all within a game of each other. And obviously the Reds tomorrow, boy, you get that win against the D-backs tomorrow. Not only are you going to be a half game ahead of them, but you're almost going to get another half game because you're going to hold the tiebreaker on them. And then you play the Giants and you play the Cubs. There's some separation. I mean, the Reds are 2.5 games ahead of the Marlins, a team that they were right with the last 2 weeks or so. The Giants also got a little bit of separation with them. Reds will have a chance to bury them next week. Let's call it what it is there.
Yeah.
So huge win for the Reds. Look, we're not going to sit here and be like, hey, everything's fixed. There's no problems with the Reds. Some of the struggles that the Reds had against Zach Davies are legit. There's no question about that. But man, what a win for the Reds. And it looks like he's here, folks. He's here. There's nothing to fear. Trace Fowler.
Guys.
Trace.
The man.
I came on here for one reason and one reason only. Because I just watched that game and it took about 3 years off my life. And I thought, you know what? If I don't at least get on the stream and do one thing for these guys, then I've failed you.
Bang.
That's
Bryce,
how you do it.
Bryce did it. Bryce did it too.
Bryce, hell yeah, Bryce. Bryce, I got to be honest with you. So I was watching the game on my phone. And I was trying to watch your show. And then as soon as that was all going great until Diaz started to like walk guys.
Yeah. And
by guys, I mean one guy. So then I just got rid of the chat, got rid of the stream, locked it in. Shout out Nick Martini. It's going to go unnoticed. No one's going to call his name out. Maybe you guys already did, but he was great. Anyway, guys, I went to a wedding today. It was all good. Won some money, but that was we were on death's doorstep, fellas. I don't know if you've talked about that, but we were there. We were literally in the coffin. You ever seen Undertaker? That's legitimately what Lucas Sims did. Lucas Sims, somebody send me a meme. Somebody send me one of those clips that is smart enough to do this on the internet. I want you to Photoshop Lucas Sims' photo over top of the Undertaker when he rises from the casket. That's what happened tonight. So you're welcome if it goes viral, but someone needs to do that. What are you guys talking about, fellas? I'm glad to join the show. I'm not gonna like come in and I'm just gonna listen. I just want to listen.
Trace, I don't even know where to go. I mean, this is one of these games that just so much happened. It's hard to process. To be honest, I had this whole spiel about, hey, this was a tough loss, and hey, the D-backs, man, they went like 5-20 over one point in the second half.
You wonder why you're hated. That's why. That's why right there. Some poor bastard was waiting up till 12 o'clock. They stayed up all day. They stayed up all night. They were getting ready to watch this show. They were going to be raging pissed off. Yep. And you were going to come in here with some, I mean, this is okay. We're going to fight through it. We got a lot of young guys. And they would have been like, I fucking hate Nick Kirby.
Yeah, I'm so glad I can keep that in the chamber for at least one more day. But it's still there. I don't know, man. What an unbelievable win. I don't know. Let's I guess run through some of the performers and not really in any order of most importance. I'm just going to kind of go through the box score and kind of talk about so many guys that contributed to this win. Let's start off with Fernando Cruz. Started this game, Bryce. I thought he looked awesome. He gave that triple to Carroll. Bad pass ball allowed by Tyler Stevenson. He redeemed himself later. We'll get to him. But 4 strikeouts, no walks. He is pitching really, really well right now, and he's a huge weapon. I like him in this opener role too.
Yeah, especially if he can get us 6 outs. I think that's the key. And he's a guy with reverse splits too, so he can really match up either way with that split. So, I mean, I think he's been our most reliable bullpen guy, especially strikeout-wise. I mean, if you need a strikeout, I'm going to Fernando Cruz. So, man, it's great to see. And, I mean, what a story he is, pitching in Mexican independent leagues and so on and so forth there. So, dude's a gamer.
Trace, feel free to jump in on anyone you want to talk about or not. I'll just kind of keep it moving, and then you just kind of let me know what you want to jump into here. Ben Lively, we mentioned him kind of when we went on right away, but a gutsy performance. I know that is such a cliche term, but he was literally out there those last 3 or 4 innings, however many it was, just to eat some innings to save the bullpen that's been taxed, it's been exhausted, and he put up how many zeros in a row did he put up? He put up a 0 in the 6th, he put up a 0 in the 7th, put up a 0 in the 8th, got a batter out in the 9th. I still don't really know exactly what that whole thing was. Something I think about maybe Jabot against a lefty. Thought it'd be better to have Lively face the first one, but a gutsy performance. I mean, look, if Lively does almost what you expect out of him, let's be honest. As bad as he's pitched in his last start in the majors, as bad as he pitched his 2 rehab starts, you're almost just conceding the game with Ben Lively. You're kind of expecting him to give up a run or 2 at least in those last couple innings. Didn't give up any of them and gave this team a chance to win the game.
That was an excellent point. I mean, I think Lively's a guy that we probably would have glossed over just based off of all the crazy stuff that happened in the last, I guess, 2 innings, extra innings, whatever you want to call it. That was an excellent point by you. He gave him a chance. I mean, it didn't feel like they had a chance, but shout out to the offense for coming around here late in the game and finding ways to score some runs. But give David Bell credit too. I was ready to kill him. I just did not think in my wildest dreams he was going to trot Lively back out there after they just found a way to tie it up. And sure enough, man, he got the out that David wanted him to get. So, and I think he tweaked his ankle. I know that people in the chat were worried about his arm, this, that, and the other. No, if you watch the replay, he kind of like just barely tweaked his ankle. He Elliott rearinged it basically.
Oh man. Elliott catches strays at 12:02 Eastern.
Just saying.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, no, but just an unbelievable effort by him tonight. Huge effort. Gave this team a chance for sure in this game. Let's just kind of run through the pitching, I guess, and kind of wrap up through there. Obviously, nice job by Jabot. We don't need to get into a conversation about him. Great job by Lucas Sims. He's really turned his season around. There was a time where we were kind of feeling really shaky about him, but I feel like I don't have it in front of me, the last several outings, he's felt a lot different. And tonight, man, he struck out the only 2 batters that tried to hit against him.
That's a good point about Sims. That's the one thing about Sims that you can at least feel really good about when he comes in the game is that he's really going to he's actually a weapon, in my opinion, for these Manfred Mans or ghost runners or whatever term you want to use. He's a great guy for that. He can feast or famine a little bit. I get that. Maybe he might walk a guy or 2. But again, when you need to try to get a big strikeout in a spot like that, that's the kind of guy you want is Lucas Sims. And Lucas Sims, I think I seen on the broadcast, he was 2 for 6 in his save opportunities. I'd like to know if they're going to continue to count these Manfred Mans or these ghost runners on there as a save opportunity. Because, I mean, I know you can count it as a save, Nick, but like if he were to give up that 1 run tonight, I really wouldn't call that a blown save. I don't know if that's the way they keep track of that or not, but maybe we bring that up on another broadcast if it's something that's confusing. But anyways, final point on Sims. Again, we all get pissed off because he walks guys and he has some control problems every now and again. But for the most part, if you need a guy to strike somebody out, he's at the top of the list for the Cincinnati Reds.
Well, one other point on Sims. A guy like Sims, it's not fair to even look at blown saves because if a pitcher enters in the 8th inning and surrenders the tying run in a save situation, it's considered a blown save. So Sims has had more situations where he could get a blown save than an actual save. So never set up guys. Correct. That's a completely unfair stat to even look at them. Honestly, that's kind of crappy with the broadcast, if I'm being honest, to even put that out there. Because I feel like it's very misleading to people who may not know that rule, which is a rule that I honestly didn't really know that until I think last year I kind of had looked that up for some godforsaken reason. But Bryce, any thoughts on Lucas Sims tonight? What a just unbelievable job nailing down this save.
Yeah, I think you all hit it on the head. I mean, that guy throws strikes. He's damn near unhittable. So you just got to stay in the zone. That slider's as good as it gets, and the heater showed well tonight. So obviously, just a massive save for the Reds.
You know, it would be fun if we had access to talk in the locker room or ask. I'd be curious to ask Maley and Sims this. So when they did their little pitchers conference, I don't know if you like kind of noticed or you're paying attention. It almost looked like there was like a kind of a disagreement between the two of them. They kind of are like talking. I don't want to say like passionately. It seemed like they were talking a little passionately to each other.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it's almost like Sims was like, "Listen, if I'm gonna get beat, I'm gonna get beat on my best pitch. I'm throwing this SOB 5 times in a row. He threw it 2 times. You only need to throw it twice. Threw it 2 times, and they were darts too. They were like perfect pitches, man. So I would love to know if they were like, I don't. Maybe they wouldn't tell you the truth anyways in a post game interview. Maybe they would. Maybe they wouldn't. But I'd be curious what that conversation was.
All right, Alexis Diaz. I feel like as I'm looking through the box score, maybe he wasn't actually as bad as it felt while we were watching it. Like, it felt really bad. It felt ugly. But you kind of look back, he didn't get an earned run. Obviously the command, he came out just so brutal with the command. But obviously if McLean makes that play, we're not even really talking about Alexis Diaz as much. So, and look, Alexis Diaz, if there's any player on this team that has deserved a chance to get picked up by his team, it's been Alexis Diaz. Because I mentioned it a couple shows ago, what he did in this first half, where he was perfect 20, however many times in a row it was, Reds' margin for error was like this. Yeah. If they lose a couple of those games, this season isn't where it is right now. So look, I don't think I'm worried about Alexis Diaz. I feel like he just is going to have a couple of these. I don't even necessarily feel like he is maybe running on fumes. I don't know. Do you guys feel differently? I didn't feel like watching it. It felt like that was a guy running on fumes. Just felt like a guy that wasn't his sharpest tonight.
Yeah, no, I agree. And you watch Diaz, even games he's on, he doesn't have great command. So like, even if like a guy gets a hit or he does walk a guy, like that's not super uncommon for him. It just felt inflated because there was a guy on second to start the inning, and then it just felt like there was always chaos on the bases. So yeah, I mean, Diaz is probably the least of my worries on this team. He's just going to continue to be elite. So blip on the radar, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, the other night I even said I actually had this gut weird feeling that he was going to blow the save the other night, and he never got a chance to blow it because we blew it already. but listen, this guy's been so good for so long. Maybe I'm being too pessimistic and thinking it, but it's just like this guy, he's gonna one of these times he's gonna blow a game that we think that we should win. Tonight, maybe it's perfect. Maybe it's perfect the way it all went. He kind of blew it, but he didn't totally blow it, and we still found a way to win. So he kind of maybe checks that box mentally in my mind. But my only thing about the way that people would probably perceive it to look worse than it really was, Nick, is just because of the way it started, right? You give up a base hit, you give up a walk, and you're like, you have this 3-run lead that's a little bit misleading because, as we know, there's a guy on second to start the inning. So I always look at that as like 1 run less, so it's a 2-run lead. And I sent you a text as a joke, like how many runs are you going to beg for? Let's be honest. We got a little bit of bad luck with the ball bouncing over the fence. CES would have scored easily around third base. I don't know if that's something we would have brought up in the post game. Yeah. We'd probably been so mad we wouldn't have brought it up, but that's a bad break. I mean, he's supposed to score from there. We had nobody out with a guy on second and third. We didn't get those guys in, and then you start the very next inning off with a base hit and a walk. Your mental in that standpoint is just, it's not the same as a clean inning, So I think that's part of the reason why you thought maybe it was worse than it really was. But I'm not worried about Alexis Diaz. I mean, there's trust me, there's plenty more to worry about on this baseball team.
Yeah, there's also Luke Maley's bunt that was a little confusing. I got to be honest, I was trying to do a million things. I didn't really get to see that in the full scheme of things.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there was definitely a missed opportunity there. And the bad luck on the CES as well. But all right, but let's keep it moving. Let's talk about Tyler Stevenson. And before we talk about Tyler Stevenson, it's fun because we have the ability to do this in this platform. Let's see what Tyler Stevenson had to say after the game.
All right, thank you very much, Steve-O. How are your emotions right now after that thing?
Yeah, I feel like that was a whirlwind of emotions of a game. We won, so that's all that matters. It was fun. It was. I mean, I feel like that was some really good atmosphere and kind of playoff mentality right there.
You've got to feel good. 3 hits, including a crucial RBI in the ninth inning. You guys come off the mat. Was this one that is just a testament to, we call you guys the Rally Reds. I mean, this one is a poster child for that, isn't it?
Oh, big time. I feel like we've been kind of doing it all year, and to come up against their closer and situation. Marty had a heck of an at-bat to get on with the walk, and then the fight and put some at-bats together, and then it was contagious there for a second. It was huge. It's momentum, and we just got to continue to let this thing go and come out tomorrow and get a win.
How crazy is it that you guys win on a balk after all of that?
I know. Well, I thought I was locked in, and I could have sworn that I did see like some movement, and CB obviously was on it, and hey, you take it any way you can. So, I mean, it wins a win, so that's all that matters.
Where would you put this in the category of big wins? Some wins are bigger than others. Where would you put this one?
It's got to be at the top, especially with where we're at. Every game matters from here on out, and we know where we're at, and we know where they're at. We got some really important games coming up, so it's huge. Like I said, I mean, you take any win you can, especially this late in the year. So it's something to build off of. It's a lot of fun.
One final question. How big was what you got from Ben Lively today?
Oh, huge. I know Cruz did an unbelievable job, and then obviously what Maul did, and then how many innings? I don't even know.
5 1/3, I think.
Something like that. I mean, I feel
5 2/3, I think.
I feel like that's kind of what he's done all year. Is just, I mean, he's been a huge help for this team just to eat innings, and he did that tonight. Went out for the ninth and got one out. I don't know. That was a funny situation, but he was huge. I mean, just one mistake, one break him all through on homer, and it was good to see him. Good to see him back.
Go take a mental break.
Yeah, thank you.
His team worn out, but in the end, it's a W. Let's go back to Cincinnati.
Or Cleveland, if you're on Chatterbox Reds live postgame. That's cool. Cool for Tyler Stevenson. And hey, he's playing well. He's had a good week. He had a home run at the end of that Toronto game. We kind of joked, hey, hopefully that'll get him going. Hit another home run in LA. 3 hits tonight. Good to see Tyler Stevenson contributing after a really just brutal year for him overall. But Reds, hey, look, Reds need anything they can get. They need the Nick Martinis. They need the Tyler Stevensons. They need them all. Anyone, everyone, contribute. It's nut cutting time.
The nut cutting of all nut cutting times right now, especially over the next 8 games or so, whatever it is at this point. We've stressed that how many times, and it's true. I mean, these games, these 2 next games, or another game obviously tomorrow with the Diamondbacks, and then 3 with the Giants, and then the 4 with Chicago. And you've heard me say this a billion times about Chicago. That's a series of all series. I took one thing out of that interview. I took one thing away from it. I don't want to share it yet, because I don't want to steal anyone else's point. Did you guys take anything else from that interview that you heard him say? And if no, you don't, you can say no if no.
Noelvi Marte.
You are such a Noelvi Marte stan. I love that, Bryce.
I love him so much.
You know what I think, Nick, I think that your guy, Mr. none other than this guy himself. Ready? You ready for it? Old CB Buckner of all guys, the same bastard that missed the pitch off a 10-pitch at bat 2.5 inches outside against Ellie De La Cruz the other night. Finally he got his head out of his ass, and he's seen the balk. So we all need to thank CB Buckner. CB Buckner, shout out CB Buckner. Thank you for seeing Mr. Balkman. I love it. I appreciate it. But next time, if a guy's got a 10-pitch at bat, make sure that it's a strike before you call it a strike. All right? Keep it moving.
1 win away tomorrow from, my God, could you imagine how deflated Arizona would feel if the Reds win this game tomorrow?
Don't let
don't let the Reds win tomorrow. Don't let them win tomorrow. All right, so it's obviously Tyler Stevenson, huge night. Matt McClain, in his 16th home run of the season, having an unbelievable year. His defense has been rough the last, week. He's made several bad plays after being just so steady all year. I don't know if maybe a couple of those bad plays, the combination of that, the combination of Carroll running to second, probably a play you should just say, hey, you know what? I might be able to get a double play. I need one out. You can't get cute here. Look, it's one bad play and an incredible season for Matt McClain. Any thoughts on McClain, either one of you?
Go ahead, Bryce. You got something?
No, I mean, like you said, I mean, he's been so rock solid since he's been up. I think we can give him some grace on a misplay there. So, like you said, he hit a home run earlier in the game. It's number 16 on the year. I think he's got 30 between AAA and the big leagues all year. That's just nuts, man. What a year he's had. I mean, he's completely changed the perspective of him. Double A Matt McClain last year. I cannot. You all know how much I watch minor league baseball. Like, he looked lost at times against Double A arms. Not even this time last year. So, like, to change the narrative about himself and really just his career in general has been really cool to see. And I'm obviously super happy he's on our team.
Yeah, I want to say something really quick about McClain being sometimes you can't read the chat because it gets you distraught, gets you really sidetracked, you get your brain in a pretzel real quick. Matt McClain's been unbelievable defensively at second base. Maybe that's the if you watch the game tonight, maybe that gets your head a little bit different. But I'm going to tell you again, I'll say it straight to your face. Matt McClain's been unbelievable defensively at second base. Here's what happened in that play. And again, I don't want to sit here and act like I know everything but I played a lot of infield, a lot of middle infield my whole entire life. When you got a runner that's crossing your path, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you got a runner crossing your path, what it does is it also makes you mentally think about where you're going to go with the baseball. Before the ball's hit, you're going to go to second base right on a ball it hits you. But sometimes if the ball's hit soft enough, like that one was, if that was hit really hard, McClain makes that play. I truly believe that. The problem was it was hit just soft enough to where he had to make a decision in his mind. Was he going to go to second base or was he going to go to first base? And also, while he was mentally doing all that math in his head, the ball was hit so softly that it didn't bounce up like it normally would on a play like that, to where you could say you got to stay down, you got to stay down, you got to stay down. If a ball's hit really hard, you can't stay all the way on the ground or else the ball's going to, hit you in the arm or it's going to bounce up and hit you in the chest. It's just got to catch the ball. So if you go back and watch the replay again, I know I say that all the time, but, it was just a little bit of bad luck because he came up on the ball trying to make a play to second. And unfortunately, it was hit so softly that it just never bounced up for him. So I'm not all that worried about it, to be honest with you. And I know it sounds like I'm making a huge kind of excuse for him, but I truly believe that it's just it's kind of a tough luck type situation. And I'm not worried about his mechanics or his ability to make that play. He's fine. He's more than fine. It's just an unfortunate thing that happened. And if he could do it all over again, Nick, he would do what you said, which is just stay down on the ball. Know you're going to get the out at first base. On the broadcast, they acted like it was a double play ball. It wasn't a double play ball. By the time that he got it, he would have flipped it to Ellie. I think Tommy Pham was the one that hit it, right?
Yeah.
I think Tommy Pham was like 3/4 of the way down the line already by the time that he even started to field the ball. So, again, that's where I'm at with it. I think the broadcast made it maybe seem, and to their vantage point, it might have looked easy, but it was not a double play ball.
Yeah, we saw it slowed down, and we're like, oh, yeah, I don't think that. So, yeah, I agree with that. I'm McClain's 16 home runs, though. I want to ask you about this, Bryce. I kind of felt like after what I saw from Matt McClain last year, and I obviously didn't watch nearly as much minor leagues as you did, but I felt like Matt McClain's ceiling was maybe what TJ Friedel does power-wise. But he's maybe a legit 20, 25, maybe even more over a full season. Did you feel like his ceiling has really gone up a lot this year in terms of like his power?
Yeah, I think it was a weird shift last year. So he was like a 60 grade hit guy out of college, and everybody was like, oh, he'll probably be a 300 hitter and hit 15, 20 home runs a year, if that. But he kind of talked about it in some of the interviews he had where he was kind of sacrificing his average a little bit to hit for more power last year and try to take that on a little bit more. So I don't know if that got in his head and that's why he hit 230 last year, but it's kind of looked like he's put it obviously all together when he's hitting 290 with 16 pumps in the big league. So yeah, like you said, I don't see even the exit velocity numbers back at like he's going to hit 20 to 25 homers a year, I think. And then his opposite field power is just nuts, dude. Like a guy his size just shouldn't hit balls 420 feet to right center field. It's just silly power. It's really cool to see.
Before we go any further, let's not forget the deep drive of the game. I have Noelvi Marte because I think it was the hardest hit ball of the night. At least it was when I made this graphic. And yeah, sure enough, it was the hardest hit ball of the night. 107.8. It was a ground rule double in the top of the 10th. And our deep drive of the day is sponsored, as always, by Deep South Commodities. DSC is a leader in renewable commodities for biofuels production, specializing in used cooking oil collection, aggregation, and sales. Visit www.deepsouthcommodities.com for more information. Thanks as always to our friends at Deep South Commodities. And if I didn't mention as well, also we're sponsored as always by Betfred Sportsbook. I don't even have the thing up. Man, I'm really
I
slacking
broke
on here.
them today, by the way. I took plenty of money from them.
Betfred Sportsbook, as you see in the top right corner, we are proudly sponsored by Cincinnati's leading sportsbook, Betfred Sportsbook. All right, let's talk about a couple more guys. If you guys have any thoughts on them, Spencer Steer, 3 hard hit balls today. That huge hit. Also had another huge hit that didn't score a run in the bottom of the 11th, singled to give the balk opportunity to TJ Hopkins. Spencer Steer just continues to be a dude all year. Any thoughts on Steer or keeping it moving?
I'll make mine quick. I'll make mine really quick. Here's the thing before Bryce shares his thoughts is this. Steer had a couple big opportunities, about 2 weeks ago when the Reds were sliding a little bit. He didn't cash in on those. And again, I just kept reminding people this guy is a good player. You know, I know it's hard to say this with a ton of confidence because he's not done this for, 5-10 years in the big leagues, but he looks like a big league hitter, man. All year long, this guy's looked like a big league hitter. He's going to produce for us, and he's done it. I mean, he's gotten big hits. This past week, he's gotten multitude of big hits, and he's hitting the ball really, really hard. The Reds, quite frankly, we're talking about home runs. They've gotten shut out of quite a few home runs out here in Arizona. It feels like they're hitting balls to the wall, and it's just like maybe I don't mind the big ballparks. Like I actually kind of enjoy it sometimes, but tonight, I'll be honest, I was a little pissed off when Ellie De La Cruz's ball landed at the bottom of the wall. I'm just like, dude, how many times is this kid gonna hit a ball? I'm not trying to get off Steer to Ellie, but anyway, I don't want to talk about Ellie quite yet. But my point is that these guys are hitting the ball well. It's just a matter of them falling in.
Steer had a 402-foot and 404-foot hit ball tonight. No home run. So that's a tough night, but still, again, he still had 2 hits. So a really good night for Steer. Bryce, any thoughts on Steer?
No, Trace hit it on the head. Just consistent.
And folks, I did not forget about Nick Martini, our number 5 hitter. What a week, man. I tell you what. And I said it. Look, in all seriousness, I do think people complaining about lineups is ridiculous and stupid and silly most of the time. And you guys got to calm down a little bit on it. But what Nick Martini did this week for this team has been huge. He stepped in and filled a spot. And I did say it before we did the show where we were watching live. Look, teams that make the playoffs need guys like Nick Martini. You need it. You need guys like that kind of come up out of nowhere, that step up. And, hey, credit a little bit to the Reds for finding this guy, for getting him into their organization, for having him as a guy that's ready. He's looked comfortable, and it's not just like he's hitting blue singles. Like, this guy's actually hitting the ball pretty hard.
No, he is. Wait till that Cubs series, baby. It's going to be the Martini and Mancini show.
Yeah. 2 other guys worth mentioning. Noelvi Marte, I thought, had some really good at-bats tonight. Ellie De La Cruz had 2 walks tonight. Ellie's looking a lot more patient at the plate of late. Is that kind of what you guys are seeing?
Absolutely. Yeah. I even going back to, what was it? I guess the Angels series, he took 2 walks in a game there as well. So it's just so much better. It seems like he's okay with taking pitches for strikes now more than not. So I think he's seeing it better. And like Trey said, I mean, he's quarter inch away from being 2 walks and a humongous homer tonight. So yeah, he's looking better and better each day.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like he's like Bryce said, he's okay with taking strikes. I think he's just seeing the ball a little bit better. I don't know if he's just relaxed a little bit more in the last few weeks, or listen, if you hit long enough, you go through stretches of time where you don't see the ball better than you see other days. There's not a scientific way of it. It's just it's a mental thing, I think. And he was maybe pressing a little bit. He's a rookie. He came up hotter than a firecracker, probably at some point started to feel himself a little bit because he's a human, at some point, you might be like, oh shit, I think maybe I'm just better than everybody. And then baseball caught up to him just a little bit and it started to beat him down like it does to everybody. And the only thing that I would say that really feels different in the last 2 weeks, or maybe not 2 weeks, but recently, is just the takes he's having. He's taken change-ups that appear like they're in the zone, and then they dive out of the zone. They're good takes. You know what I would call them? They look a little more Will Benson-y-esque takes. That's what they look like.
Love it. I love it. All right. We're pushing almost 2 hours on
Yeah,
this
you
stream.
guys, we can get off here as fast. I literally came on here to crack a beer, so don't let me hold you up.
Hey, no, we still got 313. We just went up like 10 more people.
Hey, baby,
on,
the content is alive and well, especially with especially with this MLB report with the two best guys in the world on there.
We'll get to see live. I don't usually get to see these numbers live on my thing, so we'll see if the Reds MLB really just kills the vibes or not. But we'll run through it, especially with Bryce here. So let's run through it here. Louisville, they got swept in a doubleheader, lost 16-2 in the first game, 10-3 in the second game. Run through a couple guys here. Connor Phillips, another rough night, Bryce. Wanted to get your thoughts on him. Just an inning and a third, 6 hits, 6 earned runs. Several times of late, he hasn't made it out of like 2 innings. I think you see why Connor Phillips is not pitching in the majors right now, right?
Yeah, and I think they need to shut him down. His velo's down, his spin rates are down. Like, I think he's getting tired. This is the most he's thrown in a year, so I think they just need to chill out on him a little bit. Maybe give him the rest of the year off and start him back up early next year.
So are you kind of in the camp of Connor Phillips isn't going to be able to help this team in 2023, but we probably should not be concerned about him because it's really probably just more fatigue than anything else?
Yeah, exactly. No, Connor Phillips has great stuff, and whenever he's dialed in and healthy and like you said, not fatigued, he's as electric as it gets. But it just looks different right now. It's like 92, 93 instead of 95, 96. So, like, that's a big difference. And I think anybody that's seen that level of velocity knows that a couple extra miles an hour is a big difference. So I definitely think that I'm not concerned at all. I think it's more, like you said, just be smart with him. He's 22 years old and pitched in AAA. So just be smart and don't make this worse than it needs to be.
All right, a couple other guys just to mention from AAA from their 2 games today. Stuart Fairchild played in game 1. Sent him on a rehab assignment. A little interesting. I don't remember a guy on concussion protocol going down on a rehab assignment. I mean, I'm sure there's some actual, I'm not trying to make a big deal out of something like that, but he did have a hit today. So obviously Stuart Fairchild's the guy that we would like back. Obviously we'd much rather have Stuart Fairchild in with all due respect to our elite TJ Hopkins, who got the huge balk of the game tonight. We would like to have Stuart Fairchild in that spot. So good to see him back in action. Trey Mancini 0 for 4 in game 1, but was 2 for 3 with a double in game 2. Bryce, I kind of felt like Mancini probably was a situation we're going to let him play for a week or so, bring him back or bring him up when the rosters expand. Yeah. I don't know, though, the way he's kind of looked. He may send him out to San Francisco and say, yeah, the hell with waiting 3 more days. This guy could help us right now.
Yeah, it's getting hard to ignore. I mean, the guy's got, 3 extra base hits in 3 games, and he's only struck out 1 time. So, I mean, hey, it's Trey Mancini. Dude can hit. He's hit for a long time. Let's do it.
And I know Trace can't wait to see the Mancini Martini platoon against the Cubs.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for one, Martini's just already been hot, but Mancini, I can't wait for him to rip Reed Mouse's guts straight out of his chest. It's coming. I can't wait for it. And somebody in the chat said, when did Shane Gillis join Chatterbox? Which is actually funny. If you don't know Shane Gillis, Google him. It's pretty funny.
All right. Some other quick things to run through with AAA. Jose Barrero 0 for 3 in game 1, was 1 for 3 in game 2. Some pitching notables in game 2. Chasen Shreve struck out the only batter he faced. Interested in him if the Reds decide to bring him up with Alex Young on the IL to give the Reds a second lefty. He's someone to watch. TJ Antone, another scoreless inning tonight as well. You have 1 hit, no walks, and a strikeout. So good to see TJ Antone. Keep it moving. Double-A Chattanooga, they won 6-0 over Tennessee. Blake Dunn, 3 for 4, hit his 18th home run of the year and doubled. Resigns 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Bryce, just real quick, your thoughts on Blake Dunn's just incredible season. I'm assuming he's probably going to be the Reds minor league player of the year.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I have a take I'm holding back on. I don't know if it's worth sending it out yet, but
it's 12:30. It's 12:30. Let it fly. Let it fly.
I think Dunn makes the opening day roster next year.
Yeah.
Dude rakes left-handed pitching and really good outfielder. He's fast. Like, he does things that help a roster, even if he's maybe not the best hitter in the world against right-handed pitching. So he's a better version of Stuart Fairchild, in my opinion. I know you love Stuart Fairchild, Nick, but the guy can hit. He can play.
Well, that's the one thing that I'm not sure about. I mean, I'm not sure that Nick loves Stuart Fairchild. I think Nick loves trying to stick up for guys that get wrongfully accused. I don't want to stick my neck out there for Nick on that. But he definitely respects Stuart Fairchild. Yeah. But I do think there was one time off air where Nick was telling me, like, there's some of these guys, he's not like he's a huge I don't know who it was. Maybe it was Henry Ramos that he was doing a bid on. But anyways, I mean, I think Nick just wants the best players to play, and sometimes Stuart Fairchild is the best player to play against left-handed pitching.
I do not think Stuart Fairchild at this point in his career is an everyday player, but I think Stuart Fairchild is a better option than Will Benson against left-handed pitching. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Fair. Also, really quickly, for those that don't, Will Benson, is any of us worried about his like routes and like just his overall defensive capabilities? I mean, I know that sounds like a little bit of a joke, but I'm kind of being serious. Like, I assume it'll get better, obviously, as time goes on, but sometimes the routes he takes are not great. And also, and I don't know how much stock we put in this, but the ball the other night that everybody was screaming and yelling about the Diamondbacks only scoring 1 run off of because it looked like a 4-short double. I believe that was like an 80+% catch rate. Yeah. So am I saying Will Benson 100% should have caught that ball the other night? Maybe not, but I also think sometimes like his angles and his routes make it look a little more deceiving or tougher than it really is. Not to poop on Will Benson here, because I do like him, but I'm just kind of pointing that out.
Yeah, I think there's some concerns with that. I mean, I think that he has the athletic ability to where, you give him some more time, you give him another offseason, you give him another spring training, all those kind of things. I think he can become a at worst average corner outfielder.
Gotcha.
So I don't think I'm worried about him long term. Am I worried if, hey, let's say the Reds make the playoffs, could Will Benson make a boneheaded play in the outfield? Yeah, I think that's possible this year. I think that that's definitely possible, but I don't know if I'm worried long term with them. All right, the Dayton Dragons, they lost 3-2 to Lansing, but Chase Petty, 4 shutout innings, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Chase Petty on the season has made 16 starts, and he's got a 1.95 ERA. What an unbelievable season, Bryce, for Chase Petty. God, I am so glad the Reds did not trade him at the trade deadline. This is a guy that I'm as high on as anyone in this minor league system right now.
Yeah, and I think today was even more encouraging because he started to get more swings and misses. He had 7 Ks today, so I think that's his season high. So I think that's the next step in his development is getting more swing and miss. I love that he gets ground balls. I think he's really kind of changed his arsenal and makes it more pitch efficient, makes it more logical to be a big leaguer. So definitely good to see. And that sliders wipe out when it's going, and tonight it was going really well. So yeah, I'm really high on him as well. I think the thing I like about him a lot is he's so athletic on the mound. I think that he's going to be able to kind of create a floor for himself to where he's probably going to be a contributor to the big league team eventually, just due to the fact that he has so much just raw talent, and he's starting to refine it even more. He throws strikes like crazy, and like I said, just continues to grow each time out.
All right, other position players that played today: Edwin Arroyo 0 for 4, Carlos Jorge 0 for 3, Sal Stewart 0 for 2. Hector Rodriguez, though, 1 for 3 with a double. Good to see him just getting promoted. Since it's late, pick one of those guys to say something about Bryce.
Jorge's really struggling to adjust to Dayton right now. So I don't know. I think he's ready. I think he's probably just pressing a little bit, coming up at a level, but something to keep an eye on. He's the one that's kind of not really hit the ground running. So I expect him to. I think he can really hit. So it's just a matter of time.
All right, last but not least, Daytona Tortugas. They lost 9-4 to Fort Myers. Cam Collier did not play, but Victor Acosta 1 for 4 with a double. Bryce, I do want to give you an opportunity to say something about Cam Collier because I know you've had a lot of tweets about him lately and very deserving.
Yeah, no, monster August. And I think it's cool that Sean Pender, the Reds director of player development, even pointed him out in an article right after the trade deadline and was like, I expect him to really start showing results in the second half. And then he goes out and hits like 380 in August with a 500 OBP. So, I mean, that kid is, I think I saw something. He's 2 months younger or 2 months older than Max Clark and a month older than Walker Jenkins, who were drafted 3 and 4 this year or whatever they were. And he just is having a really good year in full season baseball. So we got a really special talent there, and I'm excited to see him continue to progress.
All right, tomorrow, Reds going for a series split. This would be a huge split. Man, you get out of Arizona with a split. The Diamondbacks, man, this was a team that was red hot coming into the series. They won the first 2 games. They were on their way to win their 3rd game. They were feeling really good. A team that you were competing with for a wild card spot. You win this game tomorrow. It changes the complexion of this race to some degree. Now, it's not, oh, the Reds have all the momentum. We're good. Everything's good. It could completely change it in the blink of an eye, as we've seen a million times this year. But huge game for the Reds. Reds will be going up against Slade Cecconi. He is only pitched 15 1/3 innings this year, has got a 2.93 ERA. Cecconi is the Diamondbacks' number 14 ranked prospect. He was the 4th round draft pick in 2020 that has flown through the D-back system, only made 57 starts before making his MLB debut on August 2nd. And Cecconi, since he came up on August 2nd, he made a start, then a relief appearance, then a start, then another relief appearance is being called up. He's not thrown more than 76 pitches over the last month and more than 76 pitches in the big league so far. So the Reds saw a lot of D-backs pitchers tonight. Make this guy throw some pitches, get into that D-backs bullpen early and often, and could be a good day for the Reds. And I'm not sure there's anyone else you want on the mound tomorrow other than Graham Ashcraft for the Reds. He's got a 2.17 ERA over his last 9 starts. And even better, Ashcraft has only faced the Diamondbacks 1 time. Last year, he threw 6 shutout innings at Great American Ballpark, 3 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Feeling good. Reds tomorrow. Man, you win this game tomorrow. It's wild how quickly a season could flip. Is it not, guys?
That'd be huge. And also, I want to point out these games are obviously 2-game swingers, right? Like, I know we get caught up in saying 1 of 162, and we've kind of like at the beginning of the year, that's what you do because it truly is 1 of 162. We're in the point of the season now where as you said, it is nut cutting time. These games matter a little bit more than the rest. Let's be honest. And the last thing I would say about it is the Reds do hold the tiebreaker now over the Arizona Diamondbacks, and so the idea of tonight. Let's be honest with you. I don't know how Bryce felt. I don't know how you felt, Nick. But I was sitting there watching in the 8th inning, and I thought to myself, "This is it. This is the casket. Let's go lay down in it, and let them close it up on us." And I'll be honest with you. Tonight was season saving, man. I'm not trying to overplay it. You might say I'm being a drama queen. Season saving.
I don't think I would go that far, but I would say this. If you don't win tonight, you're going to have more of an extraordinary effort the rest of the season. Whereas now you can kind of it gives you your margin of error is a lot bigger. And tonight, Trace, to your point, it's not almost worth 2 games. It's almost like 3 games because you got the time. It's almost like legitimately a 3-game swing it could be, which is just, it's wild to say with the way these tiebreakers have kind of completely shaken up how baseball is thought of. Because normally back in the day, you would play a tiebreaker game, and now there's no more. So there's a very good possibility this NL wildcard race, whether the Reds are in it or not, is going to come down to a tiebreaker between two teams, and that's going to really suck for the team on the other end. Hopefully the Reds can pick up as many of these as they can. Got the Diamondbacks. They can secure the Giants next week. They can secure the Cubs next week if they can win the series versus the Giants, split versus the Cubs. So, man, you have all those tiebreakers. That could be a real nice piece in your arsenal down the stretch.
Hey, real quick before we jump off here, there's Reds Daily. Shout out Reds Daily, always in the chat, very supportive of us and our show. He asked a quick question. He also had a super chat. I don't know if we got off the super chats or not. I can rattle those off real quick if we didn't. But
run through them.
Yeah, I will.
Please God.
Yeah, the helmet guy. I seen that. That was actually funny. I didn't know if you guys got the chance to see that at the end of the thing. But he says, Bryce, what are your thoughts on Hunter Parks? I don't know if you have any. Maybe if you do, share them. If you don't, that's fair too. That's fine. I put you on the spot here a little bit, but he said, what's your thoughts on Hunter Parks? He doesn't seem to get talked about a whole lot, but he seems to have some solid stuff.
Yeah, I had Hunter Parks, I think, 8th on my pitching prospects list there. So I've always been really impressed by him. I think he's got like a Graham Ashcraft mentality to where he just attacks dudes, and like it's good stuff. It's not overpowering stuff by any means, and he throws 3 pitches for a strike. So he's definitely a guy. He's older. I think he's like 23. So maybe he's a guy that they get aggressive with next year, and maybe he starts the year in triple or something like that. So I could see that. I think him, like Julian Aguilar, who's the other one? Javi Guerra. I think all 3 of them are guys that you can see kind of being pushed into that Lyon Richardson role next year, to where you may even see him for a spot start here and there. So definitely really like Hunter Parks. I think he's a good arm.
And I'm sorry to those who actually do listen to the show for some godforsaken reason every day. I've said it a million times, but if you didn't hear the podcast that I did with all the minor league broadcasters at the All-Star break, Tom Nichols, the voice of the Dayton Dragons, said that scouts ask him about Hunter Parks more than any other pitcher this season with Dayton. So if that's the case, there's clearly something there with that. So definitely got to watch. And since he said that, I've been watching him close. So Bryce, you're a legend for 2 hours and 11 minutes of your time. I mean, sorry. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not sorry. This was awesome for me.
No, this was incredible.
We ready for Cage?
I think we're ready for Cage. Like I said, I don't know. I'll break a little bit of news here. I'm going to sit down with Bryce after the season's over, and we're going to find a way to make some stuff happen, because I really do think we have a really core group of people that are incredible. They're just incredible resources for the Cincinnati Reds. Bryce Spalding's at the top of the list. All right. That's some Nick on Nick crime right there, man. You know what I was just thinking? I didn't really want to come down here, and I was just going to crack a beer open and then get off here. That just never happened because I can't shut up. And then also we're talking about the Cincinnati Reds, which is fun, especially after they win. I know people in the chat want me to dunk a basketball. I'm going to dunk a basketball, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dunk a basketball, and you're going to send me on my way, and you two guys are going to sign off the show because you guys started the show. That's how we're going to do this. Is that fair?
That's fair. I think I can play the outro music. We'll see if we can rock this. So,
well, you do whatever you need to do, but this is the first time I can actually just walk it off. I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate what the Arizona Diamondbacks did tonight. They just balked it off. I'm going to walk it off because they balked it off. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I know a lot of folks have said, hey, it's football season. Football season can wait a damn minute as Trace dunks at home. Football season can wait because the Reds are not done. They are not done, folks. They're not done. There's still time. There's still more season. Bryce, you're the man. You're a legend for 2 hours and 13 minutes of your time. Reds are going to get done tomorrow. They're going to beat those Diamondbacks. Let's go.